what are you giving your power to today? Hello, beautiful people. Pretty excited about this topic today because I just went through this and I think it might be really interesting to you to see where you are leaking your power out and how you can reel it back in. Rebecca, thanks so much for being here today. I really appreciate your presence here. Be sure to like, subscribe, and click the bell if you want to be part of this high vibe tribe. And we are remembering our greatness literally today together, talking about claiming our power back. Diving deep so we can raise our vibration and really learn how to sustain it there. So how many times have you taken a yoga class or chanted or done a meditation or whatever it was, took a walk in nature and to feel so enlivened, right? To really visit a high vibration. And so visiting the high vibration and sustaining a vibration is very different. And it has a lot to do with where we're giving our power out. So it's wonderful. These practices of meditation, of sound healing, of walking in nature are invaluable. And yes, do them every day because they give you a glimpse of what you can be all the time. And so it is my goal, it is my journey to be sustaining this high, as high of a consciousness as I can in this body as I go along my merry way with each year. So I'm 100% committed to the light. Are you? Let me hear in the comments, are you 100% committed to expanding consciousness and holding the light? I'd love to hear that in the comments. So when we are 100% committed, then we start to really be living in this moment-to-moment consciousness. And some people would say, well, that seems overwhelming, you know, but it really isn't because it's just the way you live. Now, at first, it was a little bit. At first, I had to put sticky notes everywhere. This was about like 10 years ago. And I was like, I've had it with myself. You know, I have all these tools. I've done all this studying. I've done all this practice, yet I still kind of, you know, reach a high vibration and then have it drop. Reach a high vibration and have it drop. And I was done. So I remember I was putting these sticky notes, these yellow sticky notes all over the house. Because I was like, I'm going to use every tool that I have taught myself and gone out and got training on. I'm going to use them. Wow, there's a novel idea. I'm going to use the things that actually have given me joy and peace. And I'm going to use them every moment of my day until I can sustain this energy. And you know what, guys? It really worked. And not only did it work, they brought me to other things that helped, other tools and processes and experiences that expanded my consciousness. So it was really invaluable to make this commitment to myself. Are you willing to make the commitment to yourself? To be 100% committed to the light and expanding consciousness. And that is a moment-to-moment practice. It's not just your morning meditation. But the morning meditation, it is very, very important because it gives us a glimpse of a higher vibrations to where we're going, okay? And to what we are. Guys, we are this. We have this God spark, right? That we get to visit every time we go into a meditation or visit nature. We go into that anytime really that we want to say, I want to visit it. We can do it right now. Do it right now. Here we go. Tune into your God spark. Ah, there it is. It's just this beautiful sense of peace. It's right there. And the more you practice visiting it, the more you bridge the gap between visiting it and where you are here. So you get to be it more often and you start raising your vibration. Okay, I digress. Sorry. The topic today is power. Powerful or powerless? Where are we giving our power away that we actually could reel it back in and have more sustenance for keeping our vibration high? So I'm going to name a few things. These are some things that I've noticed that I give my power away to. Parenting my teens, my hormones, my relationships, astrology, money situations, thoughts, entities, emotions, okay, pain in my body, youth. Today in my meditation, I really got that I'm giving my power away to youth, my youth. What are the things that you are giving your power away to? Let me hear it in the comments. List it on out. Awareness is the first key. And today I had this aha moment as I was sitting in meditation at this nature preserve right next to the lake I live next to. I was sitting there with my dog, watching the birds, and I was just tuning in. And the image I got was God spark, ascended self, and source, as if concentric circles, or the nesting Russian dolls, they all sit within each other. And so as I sat with that image, this came to me. Fall is all about detachment. And what am I learning about detachment right now? I'm learning how to detach my power from my youth. I'm going to be 50 in a year. And it's really occurring to me, especially being on social media a lot, being on YouTube, that I give a lot of power to my youth. And I'm reeling that back in. And I am graduating into just allowing wherever I am in my life, and perhaps going into my wisdom years with grace, and knowing that that is of value and of contribution as well, even on social media and even on YouTube. So I am accepting and allowing my wisdom years and slowly letting go the tentacles I have on my youth here. So it's simultaneously happening with my son as he's just turned 17 and he's feeling the rub around leaving his younger youth, leaving childhood. He's really feeling that too. So we're in this parallel detachment, and having to look at it for myself and for my son. I'm looking at, wow, we're really giving our power away to an inevitable. We are all growing, we are all evolving, we are all aging. And it's just the way it is on this earth realm. And we can prolong it, right? Or we could not prolong our youth, we can prolong our physical youth. We can even live long, maybe we can live to 120. But the inevitable is that these bodies are going to decay and die. And we give a lot of power to our bodies. We give a lot of power to the youth. This culture is very much trained to the adolescent mindset. And it's a really important thing to take a look at. Do you, as an adult, give power to your adolescent self that you're still trying to hold on to? And so is it time to detach and really be present with where you are in your life? And this may or not be, a thing for you. For me, it is. For me, I'm detaching from my youth and I'm pulling back the power from that. I'm also taking back the power I hand on over at this time of life. As a middle-aged woman, the hormones are going. And every time you have any kind of symptom, anyone's like, oh, it's probably your hormones. And it's just like, I refuse to give so much power to my hormones. And our hormones, all in life, whether you're male or female, they have a lot to do with body dynamics and how things run with reproduction and energy and just our expression in the world and expression of how things run in the body and the brain. Hormones are a big thing. However, I feel like we give a little too much power over them, you know. It is it's this spiritual nature and our thoughts that have really created the hormones in the first place. So who's in power here? So take a look at where you are giving power over in this physical reality. You know, your relationships, your hormones, entities, you know, everything. This is a holographic universe. We are in the quantum field. We've really created all of it. So who's more powerful, the creator or the created? I would say the creator. I don't know. If you have some thoughts about that, put that in the comments, please. So how do we reel back our power so we can take the power back? That's a really good question. And so some of the things that I do is first awareness. What am I giving my power to? Okay. My youth, my age, my hormones, my relationships, my money. How much power do we give over to money? So the way I do it is I love to visualize and I love to use voice. So how I would go about taking back power is visualizing it energetically as energy over here, almost kind of like, oh, there's, you know, I don't know, like the term Easter egg hunt is coming to my mind. I don't know. And so, oh yeah, there's an egg over there. There's an egg over there. I think it was Robert Scheinfeld. He has a book called, what is it called? Something, The Power of Money or something. But he talks about this process of taking your power back, basically, and that it's like an Easter egg hunt. So go looking for your little eggs of power everywhere that you dropped all around. So go collect them. Go on an energetic Easter egg hunt for your power. And then you want to say to yourself, you know what? I am bringing this back to me. All right? I'm clearing and cutting the ties. I'm going to take my power back. And guys, really, it's the awareness that really takes it back. And if you want a ritual, imagine that you're just taking that egg, finding that egg and bringing it back to the basket of you. Think about this, how you look at power in your life. I have a little analogy here. Okay, with life that's happening, okay, is it a tornado? All right. So with a tornado, think about it. You feel like, wow, this is so big. I'm a victim to this. It's a tornado. It's taking my power. It's taking my life. It's taking my home. Okay, a tornado. Or do you allow it to be an invited guest? Do you allow life to be an invited guest? So as we walk about our life, and things can either give us power or take power, what do you choose? Is it a tornado taking your power, or do you invite it in as an invited guest to learn about it, to commune with it, to see how you can have power together? So Rumi has a poem called The Guest House. I really recommend you read it. And it talks about whatever's coming into our lives to invite it in like an invited guest. So when, middle age is knocking at my door, or, with the wisdom years are knocking at my door, if hormones and stuff like that are knocking at my door, if uncontrollable circumstances like a pandemic is knocking at my door, am I going to let it be a tornado that knocks my door down? Or am I going to let it be a knock and open the door up and be like, you know what, come on in. I want to learn more about this. And so letting this energy that's coming into our lives be a mentor to us rather than stripping us of our power. So really it is just a mindset. It's an energy and it's a mindset. So as you invite it in, sit it down with a cup of tea. Sit it down, and how would you treat a wonderful guest? Probably get it some tea biscuits. Just keep lavishing. How can I be of service to you? Tell me. You know, you'd let them do a lot of the talking, hopefully. And then you would glean some insight and inspiration. So as we gather and glean grace from the things in our lives, we get to gain power from it rather than give power and feel powerless from it. So guys, are you powerful or powerless in your life? Now, I know a lot of times there's a lot of things we can give our power to. Money is a big one. People love to give their power over to astrology and what's happening in the ether. People love giving their power over to entities. People love giving their power over to doctors and their physical stuff that they're going through. People love giving power over to their thoughts. Your thoughts are not in power. You are. And there's a difference. And if you don't know the difference, then a good practice to do is to peel away from yourself in your meditation and actually watch yourself think. Who's doing the thinking? Who's watching the thinker? So these are fun things to play with, but the truth of it all is your God spark has the power. And your awareness of that will make it so. So you get to reel back the power with your own awareness of that. And your awareness of where you've kind of laid those energetic eggs. Where you've planted your power through your life. And you get to reel it back. And invite it in. And talk to it. And glean that grace from it. So beautiful, people. I am remembering this greatness along with you. Again, as I said, I'm traversing this with my son and with letting go of my own youth, my own financial situation, hormones, emotions. I'm working this all along with you. So you are never alone. And thank you so much for being in this high vibe tribe where we are expanding consciousness every day by the 100% commitment to the light, moment to moment to moment to moment. If you have any questions or if this stirred up an aha for you, please write it in the comments. We're learning together, we're growing together, we're expanding together. Thanks so much for being here. Be sure to subscribe, like, click that bell, share this video with people that it may be of service to. I'd really appreciate that. Have a beautiful, beautiful day. Namaste.